Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear Gurudev.
Hare Krishna, dear Yuvati Sachin.
Please accept my humble obeisances, dear Guru Maharaj. Sorry for disturbance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, nice to see my Gurudev.
Okay,
Okay.
let's begin. You record.
Yes, this is recording, yeah.
Okay. Om Jnana Tamarandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurun Militan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we want to speak about a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, and it's the prayers which are offered by the residents of Jambudweep to the Supreme Lord. So in that chapter, it describes about how in Jambudweep, there's a region in Jambudweep called Harivarsha. And in Harivarsha, Prahlad Maharaj lives there, along with all the devotees of Lord Nrisimhadev, and they worship Lord Nrisimhadev. Right? So I discussed already the first verse of the prayers. So I wanted to go on to the second verse. The second verse, there are several verses, like 5 or 6 verses spoken by the residents of Harivarsha, led by Prahlad Maharaj, glorifying Lord Nrisimhadev and their prayer to Lord Nrisimhadev. So the second verse reads, Swastiastu Vishvasya Kala Prasidatam Dayantu Bhutani Sivam Mitodiya Manascha Padram Bhajatad Adhoksaje Aveshyatam no Matir Api Ahaituki. And translation, may there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons be pacified. May all living entities become calm by practicing bhakti yoga, for by accepting devotional service, they will think of each other's welfare. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of the Supreme Transcendence, Lord Sri Krishna, and always remain absorbed in thought of Him. So, this verse is very interesting because it describes particularly the nature of a Vaishnava. And Prabhupada begins his purport by quoting how Vaishnavas will offer obeisances to each other, which we generally do every day. Right? We offer obeisances to the Vaishnavas that they're full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. So this is the mood of the Vaishnava. They're very compassionate for the fallen conditioned souls. We think about the welfare of other people, just like Prahlad Maharaj is concerned with the welfare of his father, Hiranyakashipu. So Prahlad Maharaj, he's not asking anything for himself. He's praying to Lord Nrisimhadev to excuse his father. His father's a demon. So this is the mood of the Vaishnava. Prahlad Maharaj is like that. He's thinking about the welfare of others. He's not just thinking about his own self. So we have some nice examples in our Vaishnava philosophy of how devotees think about others' welfare. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 9th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, we have the example of Maharaj Rantidev. And Rantideva is described, he was a king with a kingdom, and he had a family as well. But he was so much concerned for the welfare of others. And he would do fasting. And not only he would fast, but he would have this whole family fast. So Srimad Bhagavatam describes how on one occasion Maharaj Rantidev had been fasting for many days. He'd been fasting for many days, and when they were ready to break their fast, a nice meal had been prepared for them. But just as they were about to break their fast, some Brahmana came there. And the Brahmana came, and they immediately offered the Brahmana all hospitality. And he devoured half of the meal which had been prepared for Rantidev and their family. And then after the Brahmana left, and Maharaj Rantidev and his family were about ready to take some prasad and break their fast, another visitor came. And this time it was a Sudra. He came. And Maharaj Rantidev, without hesitation, offered whatever food was remaining to the Sudra. And after the Sudra had gone and he'd taken all the food, there was only a glass of water remaining. And so at that time, although the family were about to take some water, but then a Chandala came with some dogs and they took the water. Maharaj Rantidev offered the water to them, and Maharaj Rantidev felt happy, although he was on the point of death due to being so hungry and weak, but he was feeling so joyful that he could offer something to others. And his prayer is that whatever he can do to end the suffering of others, that makes his life worthwhile. So Maharaj Rantidev had this mood. Not only he had this mood, but all of the citizens, they followed his mood also. And just as Maharaj Rantidev made his life successful in this way, all of the people who followed him, their lives were also successful. And we also have the example of Vasudev Datta. Vasudev Datta is the associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very intimate associate, and he has also the similar mood. It is said that Vasudev Datta approached Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and begged him, he said, "Let me take the sins of all of the sinful people here in this world, and I will stay here and suffer, and let them all be delivered." So when Vasudev Datta spoke these words to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he tears came in his eyes and his body trembled. He was so appreciative of Vasudev Datta's mood. And he declared to Vasudev Datta that you are in the mood of Prahlad, that your mood is just like the mood of Prahlad. And so he glorified Vasudev Datta for his mode of compassion on others. And Lord Chaitanya went on to give examples about this compassion. He spoke about, because people may question, is it actually possible to deliver the whole universe? So Lord Chaitanya gives some examples. He says, just like on a udambara tree, there are millions of fruits. It's a tiny fruit. So if one fruit falls, it's not a big loss. You don't worry about it. Or if you have a bag of mustard seeds and you lose one mustard seed from a bag of mustard seeds, you don't worry about one tiny mustard seed. And he gives a third example. He said, if the farmer has a herd of Kamadhenu cows and he loses one billy goat, he doesn't worry about a billy goat. He's got a whole herd of Kamadhenu cows. Why will he care about a silly goat? And so Lord Chaitanya in this way was saying, in the same way, because Vasudev Datta wanted to deliver the whole world, it was arranged by the Lord, because the Lord likes to fill the desires of his devotees. So Vasudev Datta, in his compassionate mood, desired to deliver the whole world. And Lord Chaitanya said, the Lord will do this, because it's a desire of his devotee. The Lord likes to fulfill the desires of his devotees. So in this way, Vasudev Datta also showed this mood of compassion. So we see here in this wonderful prayer offered by Prahlad Maharaj and the people in Harivasa, that they're praying that let all living entities become calm by bhakti yoga. For by doing bhakti yoga, they will think of each other's welfare, thinking about each other, not just thinking about herself. So this is also a very important point. In the material world, people only think about their own self. They only think about their own self, about what am I going to get? And if somebody has something better than others, we envy them. And we will complain, oh, why they've got this, why I don't have it. So this mood of envy, this is there in the material world. Of course, in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna glorified Arjuna, because you're not envious. Therefore, I'm speaking this Bhagavad Gita to you. And Srimad Bhagavatam also begins by talking about the non-envious, those who are not envious. So in this way, if someone takes up Krishna consciousness, they can get rid of this envy. They can clean their heart, get rid of the dirty things from the heart. Okay, so I think I've covered the missing part for you. All right?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, I think so. So, thank you very much, dear Gurudev.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
How are you in Bahrain, Gurudev?
Huh?
How are you in Bahrain? in Balaramdesh.
Yeah, it's very hot here.
Very hot. Oh. In Mayapur is also hot, Gurudev, now.
Uh-huh.
More than 40 degrees.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Gurudev. Thank you for your mercy. Guru Maharaj.
Stay cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Haribo.
Hari Krishna. Thank you. Oh.